What's going on, everybody? Good morning, good evening, wherever you are, and whatever time it is. Welcome back to yet another video with you, man, Immersiaholic. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another online battle for the Divided to Para Overhaul mod for Total War Rome 2. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Leugoz taking on the Odrysians. That's right, the Thracians are coming in against the Germans. The Leugoz being the Germans, of course, one of the lesser known factions, but it is a Germanic playable faction that probably doesn't get the attention it deserves, but, it is what it is. At least we're giving it some attention today. And this is a siege battle, as you can see. So this is going to be really, really fun. This replay was sent in by my friend Toxborg. Please do feel free to go check out his channel. Link will be down below. And he is playing as the Leugoz over here, the Germans. And he's playing against player God, one of the more well-known players in the DEI competitive scene. Both very good players, and he is playing as the Odrysians, of course. So, very quickly, let's start by going over the Leugoz roster, and then we'll cover the Odrysians and then get into the battle. So we're going to start in the city and work our way out, because this is not a typical siege battle, as Toxborg has deigned to actually fight outside the city somewhat. So this is going to be very different, not the kind of siege battle you might expect. But anyway, this is how he's setting up his formation in the far rear. He has his general, which is a noble cavalry unit. He then has an Eastern Germanic medium horseman unit here, and then another one as well. Both melee cavalry, pretty light with no armor basically. But they could be helpful, and they are 120 men each. Then on the walls, he has bowmen, Eastern Germanic longbowmen. So he has one there, another one here, and another one here. So we have three. Wait, yeah, 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, no, 1, 2, 3, 4 Eastern Germanic longbowmen all along the walls. Oh no, there's 2 more. No, 1 more. So 5 longbowmen, and then at the end he has night fighters. Not sure why they kept those up there on the walls and not down on the ground like many of the other guerrilla deployment units. And then going outside the wall, going from the left of his formation to the right, we have elite medium swordsman, 1 unit, and then we have elite medium spearman unit, so 2, 3, 4 units of spearmen. Then we have 2 more elite medium spearmen, 5, 6, oh my goodness. And then we have Eastern Germanic swordsmen over here once again. 1, 2, and 3 sets. So, notably, the Leugoz are not using any Berserker units, which I believe they should have access to. Not entirely familiar with their roster, but that is a very interesting and risky choice. We'll have to see how it goes. Let's check out the Odrysian roster now real quick. So, starting on the western edge of their formation, or on the far left flank, we have Thracian Furious Infantry. Woo, that was a tongue twister. They have 1 rank of XP, giving their attack and defense a little boost. Basically, very cheap shock infantry, but they're pretty useful. So, and they are manning a, what kind of tower is this? It's not, oh, heavy siege tower is what it says. Okay, interesting. We then have another Thracian Furious Infantry with a battering ram. Looks like a medium battering ram right there. And then further up in the formation in the center here, we have 1, 2, 3 units of Thracian medium pikemen. Very interesting choice for a siege. Then behind that, though, he has a very obvious choice. Thracian Peltas. Probably one of the top 5, maybe even top 3 best Peltas in the game. This unit is fantastic because it does the role of a Peltas, allows you to engage in melee, has javelins, all of that, but it also has armor-piercing damage. This is a Thracian Peltas, so it's really, really good. And he has 1, 2, 3, 4 of those so far. Yeah, just looks like it's only 4. It's only 4. Behind that, though, we have a Thracian Noble Cav, which is the general, a heavy melee cavalry unit, so pretty solid choice there. Although I'm not how useful a cavalry unit will be in a siege, but do keep in mind, you can dismount your infantry if you like. So if you dismounted these troops, they would turn into spearmen, and thus actually pretty useful in a siege. So cavalry can be useful on horseback and on foot. But anyway, moving to the far right-hand flank now, we have a Thracian late-run fire warrior, another one, and another one. Elite shock infantry, some of the best in the game right there. And then we have the D Volksmen in front of them, another shock infantry unit. Very, very useful. And they do only have 200 men per unit, but they have a lot of armor. Very good attack and defense, so that'll be a fantastic unit for him. And he has 3 units of the D Volksmen as well, so that's got to be very nice. And in front of them, he has more Thracian Furious infantry. Decent, like, little mid-tier swordsmen. Not really a lot of AP. Actually, no, they do have decent armor piercing, because they're Thracian, that's right. Furious infantry usually don't have AP, unless they're from a faction like the Odrysians, so that's really useful for him. Another unit of Thracian Furious infantry manning a heavy siege tower, it looks like. Yes, it is. Continuing to the far right, or the northeastern side over here, we have Thracian noble cavalry, and then we also have a Thracian Furious infantry unit, which is, as I said, a sword unit. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's press play and see what's going to happen here now. Looks like Toxborg is looking to be ultra aggressive with this epic deployment, spending most of his army basically outside of the city, pushing forward very quickly with his Germanic swordsmen here on the far right. Center and left flanks are not really doing a lot though over here, just chilling. Oh, they're all hidden, that's why. Toxborg is waiting for his archers to hopefully get some shots in. Although it might have just been ruined. No. Wow, oh my gosh, all of these units right here are all hidden. That's crazy, dude. How are they hidden right there? They don't have the stalk ability, but they're just good at hiding in grass. Wow, how frustrating. God is about to get a real big shocker when he sees an entire army outside the walls right here. Charging forward. Yep, the rest of the army is now in view. His general is getting annihilated by javelins. Oh no. That is not the charge you want to do, good sir. Definitely not. Get your infantry involved there. Get the pelters over there. Toxborg needs to be pushing up with this army though. They've all been spotted just about, right? Yeah. The majority up to around here. But still, push out, man. Get out there. Actually, maybe not. No, he does need the longbowmen to get involved. The one issue with his deployment is that the longbow are restricted to having a fairly short range, but the Thracians are coming close. Interesting choice, though. They don't necessarily have to do that, but we'll see. I mean, I guess they have to in some areas, at least if they're going to push forward, but one thing that God could have done is just not attack this wall. It would have been a real big pain in the ass, actually, but he could have, like, gone around with, like, a single 1 or 2, what do you call it? Siege towers or something. It would be a long walk, but it would have been an interesting tactic to just, like, ignore this epic deployment from Toxborg. Both sides are only just issuing attack orders now. The battle has been happening for a while, so this is kind of interesting. Thracians are not getting the charges they need, except with their cavalry right here, but it's just charging to a spearman. That is not what it wants. Oh dear. Rip the Odrysian general. The pelters are over here getting involved in melee way before they use all their javelins. That's not good. Archers are smashing into the pikemen as well from the walls. Longbowmen are certainly getting some kills. Now the push is coming from the German left-hand flank. A little bit delayed, but they are coming. They don't have the attack orders though. Oh man, where are these charges? Why aren't they happening? Oh wow, what a mistake on the Germans. Now they're getting charged by bloody Thracian infantry. But the longbowmen are getting involved. Let's look at those traces, see how much friendly fire is happening. Hard to tell exactly. But I don't know. Looking like the longbowmen are definitely being decisive where and when they can take effect. Oh, here comes the Germanic cavalry charging out now. I believe they were hidden before since they were behind the walls. Oh, wow. What an interesting move by Toxborg here. Has to use them efficiently though. He can't let them get stuck in a engagement with a Thracian infantry, because their Volksmen have a bonus against cavalry. Oh. Comes the Odrysian charge. Oh look, they're getting bogged down right here, because they're not in formation before they're being issued move orders. The Leugoz are getting hammered in the center here. The Thracian pikemen doing massive damage. Big mistake that they have an attack order. Should have just ignored those pikes. The general of the Odrysians has to die for the Leugoz. If they don't get that kill, then it's not looking good for them. The Thracian infantry are just better across the entire board. The one thing the Leugoz have going for them is the longbowmen, which... Let me just pull up this unit card really quickly and pause. Let's look at the kills. 21, 36, 48, 70, and 54 sets. So like around 200 so far with them all combined. Not really good enough, but it's helpful. Cavalry unit wasted. 100... Oh wait, no. Spearmen, sorry. Spearmen. I thought this was one of the 2 cav units that pushed out. Where is the other one, though? What the hell did he do with it? Maybe it did get killed already. Getting a bunch of waivers and routes in the center here. Odrysians are losing units, but Leugoz are losing their units as well, and they're not getting enough kills. Some of their units are doing okay, but I'm not seeing any standout units. The biggest amount of kills we've seen so far is this unit right here, which is about to rout anyway. At 90-something kills, not really good enough. Interesting strategy by Toxburg, but I wonder the infantry quality is just too good for the Thracians. If their general doesn't get killed, then yeah, I think the Odrysians should have this, but general's getting singled out over here. Spearmen and a cav unit are coming in to chase him down. This might be a game changer right here. Odrysians can't escape it either. They have to turn and face. Oh no, this is terrible for God. This is not what he wanted. Off the battlefield, off you go. Yeah, they shattered. Odrysians lose their general. Bunch of units in the center. Palatus, swordsman, spearmen. Very, very bad for the Odrysians now. Although they are still doing very well. They have lots of infantry right here that are about to win their battles. This unit right here is getting wasted by the Odrysians slowly. And then out here, the Odrysians are about to lose, but they're getting a lot of kills, so... I mean, it's good that the general's gone, but where is the Leugoz general? Inside still. Wow, that's very cheeky. Toxburg hasn't even moved him out, so his general's being protected this entire time. If they like it, they could either come out and charge right through the gate into the rear of this unit. That would be perfect for them. Although the longbowmen must be doing very well. Wow, look at those free kills coming in. The only thing that would make that strategy better is if that was crossbowmen up on the walls. You're playing as Syracuse. How beautiful is that? There comes a charge. Good on you, Toxburg. Very good call. So the right wing of the Germans is winning and has just won. The left of the Odrysians, though. Did I say the right of the Germans or Odrysians? I meant Germans, anyway. Has won against the Odrysians. The Odrysians are winning their right. Oh my gosh, I can't talk today, guys. Fire out. I'm recording a lot of replays today, so go easy on me. But wow, look at this. This is interesting. Odrysians are now definitely in a worse place. What I would like to see from the Germans is form a battle line right here. And then try to use your cavalry to intercept the charges of the Odrysians so they don't get that shock damage in. Then use your archers on the wall to also hit the Thracians in the side. But it looks like he's running out of ammo with all of his archers. None of them are shooting anymore, right? Or are these guys? Nah, those arrows are coming from the towers. Not ideal. Run fire warriors and the Thracians are getting into it. Thracian infantry. Really just has to swarm the Odrysians now. Don't let them get the charge. He has the cavalry to bog them down too. Should be pushing them forward ahead of the infantry in my opinion. He has to disrupt those charges. If the Odrysians get the charge, then they can bring this back. The Leugoz are forming up. Getting attack orders shortly. But look, this unit's going to get a charge. One of these two could, even both of them could right now. All they need is an attack order from God. Oh no, Toxburg isn't giving attack orders. Crap, that's not good for him. There we go. Attack orders coming in now. 1, 2, 3. General's coming in, trying to save his infantry unit. Oh no, just a cav unit, not a general, sorry. Where is the Leugoz general? There he is. Keep going to say Swaby. Poor Leugoz, what a left behind faction. quite forgettable, unfortunately. But some factions have to be like that. Leugoz lose a cavalry unit though. Their general's getting involved trying to recharge the Thracians. Didn't really work though. Now he's stuck in combat against some folks wielding units. He needs to back off. Leugoz over here. I mean the actually the Leugoz over here surrounding the Odrysians. Not good for them. Needs to bring out these Thracians though. Just because they don't have ammunition on all them, not Thracians. Toxborg needs to start bringing out some of his units. He has archers that have spears up here on the walls and down here waiting at the gate. They can be kind of useful in a melee. He needs to bring them all and basically swarm the Thracian positions and then recharge with his cav. He could have this right now, but I don't know. He's refusing to send out his archers. Guess he doesn't want to lose that massive morale penalty. Shatters another Odrysian unit. He's in position to win this very easily. All he has to do is make the call. Give those attack orders, man. Send in your infantry. Blob down the Thracians. Get them into a grind out and recharge them. That's how you kill the Odrysian units. You don't charge them head on if you can avoid it. If you can't avoid it, then charge them, but only let them charge once. Don't let them pull back and charge again, which some very skilled DEI competitive players will do. General trying to bait out some of the Thracians out of formation. Okay, why not? But man, these archers are not doing anything. They're just waiting. They don't have ammo. He needs to bring them down. They got to get involved. If they're just up here on their own on the walls, the Thracians will win. The Thracians will win against those archers in melee. Oh shit, this is not looking good now. I thought Toxborg had this. But he's not getting them involved, man. He's trying to get recharges against the Thracians. Let's see how it goes here. He has to do good micromanagement. But there's not really a lot of units left. God doing some very nice blocking with that infantry unit. Trying to stop the cavalry from getting a good recharge. But cavalry can go over here. Yeah, looks like that's what he's going to do. There it comes. About to shatter another Thracian. Boom. Cavalry trying to get out of there. Hit it and quit it. That's what they got to do. Awesome job. They got one unit off the battlefield. Another one's coming in though. The Lugos have to blob. Thracian infantry, man. I can't say it enough. They can't let them spread out like this. Keep them stuck. Bring that cavalry around now, and boom, you got another infantry unit ready to rout off the battlefield. Ready to be shattered. Looks like the Therios infantry. Yep. A lot of those left. I bet you they got a lot of kills. Oh, here they come with the cavalry. Seems like Toxborg's decision to keep his general inside for the majority of the fight's paying off. The unit's getting some nice routes. 150 kills already paid for itself easily. Very nice. Cost-effective cavalry. Very flexible, and he doesn't have to be entirely accurate with his micro when you use melee cavalry. I'm always a big fan of that. But here we go, the final charge into the last of the Thracian infantry. Can't believe this unit hasn't routed yet. But wow, okay, very interesting strategy by Toxborg. It looked like the Thracians just had better quality infantry, but somehow the Lugos end up surrounding the Thracians, doing better with their cavalry and perhaps saving them for a more opportune moment, and using the line of sight that the walls provide and decline as being extremely useful in the battle. He was able to hide a bunch of his units back here, and then they were able to come out just at the right time. The Thracians on the brink of wavering. There we go, they're off. And that is it. Wow, round of applause for my man Toxborg. Very interesting strategy. He was definitely at a disadvantage faction wise. The Odrysians would smash the Lugos any day of the week in my opinion. So good on him for bringing it forward. GG's to my man God for playing awesome. Let's go to the stats screen really quick, and then we'll end it there. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Toxborg deploying his Troy siege strategy, where the infantry are in front of the walls of the city rather than all entirely inside of it. It seemed to have paid off. However, there's kind of one issue that I have with it, which is the archers. They're not really getting the kills that their investment's worth. A quarter of his army was archers, and these archers all had spears, I believe. Yeah, they did. These are the archer spearmen. And he basically has one getting nearly 100 kills and all the rest 50. That's not really all that helpful in the grand scheme of things. The one thing that they did do, though, was start using their flaming shot to help rout Thracians off the battlefield, so very good choice for that. But I don't think Toxborg needed a quarter of his army to be archers. I think he could have done just the same with 2 units of archers, maybe 3, and really try to use these flaming arrows to snipe the Odrysians in their low morale units. So, yeah, a little bit of a letdown on the archers. The rest of the units, they all did relatively well. Basically, I think a lot of them got charged where they could have easily got the charge on the Odrysians if that attack order was just there, especially on the left-hand flank from the Leugoz. They came out really, really slow while the entire right was engaged. So, but yeah, it could have potentially even gone more towards the Leugoz way if that happened. But regardless, I think the big killer that came out was not just the strategy that Toxborg used, but the timing of his cavalry. 316 killed with his general. The other 2 units of cav didn't do all that well, but they were still enough to basically disrupt the Odrysian army plan, start getting the Odrysian cavalry bogged down, and they ended up being responsible for killing the general of the Odrysians. So I would absolutely say these 3 units of cavalry definitely swung the battle way into Toxborg's favor. The Odrysians, they had a lot of excellent units for doing a city assault, but unfortunately, in some city assaults, he can be a little bit tricky and try and make it not so much a siege at all. And so I think God did the best with what he could. It's definitely a surprise tactic that you probably wouldn't expect. I know I certainly wouldn't expect an assault like that, so very good strategy by Toxborg. But for God, he just needed to get those charges with his Thracian infantry, and I think he could have used his pelters a little bit better. They seem to get stuck into melee really, really quickly. I mean, it's possible they use their javelins, and I didn't pay attention, but from what I could tell, most of the Thracian pelters didn't actually use all their ammo before they were engaged in melee, which is something I would definitely aim to do, because they can die pretty quick. They're a good unit, don't get me wrong, on the aggression side, but defensively, they'll get killed relatively quick, so just make sure you use your ammo. His cavalry did what they could. I don't think there's too many issues there. And one thing to note about God's army is that he has pikemen, and he has 3 units, 1, 2, and 3. They all did relatively good on kills, considering the position they were in. But I just wanted to note that God brought pikemen because, 1, I know he never uses pikemen and he hates it, so GG's to him for trying. Good work, man. But 2, pikemen are actually insanely powerful in sieges. All you have to do is get them inside the city, and they basically become street sweepers, especially if the enemy does not have any skirmishers left. So, really smart strategy. I can see what God's plan was, to try and use his folksmen to get him over the walls. His Thracian infantry will cut down anything that the Leugoz could have thrown at him in melee on the walls. And then once he gets down into the city, he uses the pikemen to basically sweep through the streets, quite literally with their pikes. And man, that's a really nice strategy. I'm going to try and use that for siege battles that I do, hopefully in the near future. But anyway, once again, thank you so much to my man Toxborg for sending in this replay. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I shall see you in the next one.